Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today we're taking a look at the Tau 2 power bank by Rolling Square. Uh, this was not sent to me by Rolling Square. This is something I purchased for my own money. It was something that I was interested in as a product. It's weird, right? It's weird. I wanted to see how it was, so we'll get into the specifics of this and why I can't really advise that you buy this right after a quick size comparison. Up top we have a 91 and below a 58mm Sasami knife. I guess since this is a power bank, we'll go with a AAA and a AA battery. And here is a credit card stand-in. And here is a MagSafe power bank by Ugreen. So as you can see, this guy is really small, really compact. And that is one of the main selling features of the Tau 2. In terms of the design overview, we have a plastic body with a keyring loop. This is the magnetic charging port for the proprietary charger. We have a power indicator LED here, which does whatever the hell it likes. And in terms of how are you actually going to charge with this key portion actually pulls off, revealing two integrated cables. We have a USB-C and we have a Lightning micro USB combo cable. So let's start off by saying what this is meant to be. This is a 2000 milliamp hour power bank at 3.7 volts, and it is obviously pathetically tiny in today's day and age to act as a power bank. That is why it is branded and marketed as an emergency power bank that is always ready. Whenever you need it, it is always ready. I disagree with that. The notion here is that you use this as a keyring. You attach your keys here, and the included magnetic charger comes with an adhesive strip. You stick on here, mount it to a wall, and when you come home for the day, you mount your keys there. Your keys then hang in a place that's readily accessible. The power bank automatically tops up or recharges, and when you leave for the day, you grab it, and your power bank is charged for the day. Right? That's the dream. That is the always having a power bank when you need it, whilst it being small enough that it's not going to take up a lot of room. That's the dream. That's the hope. That's the promise. Now, this is awful. This is really, really bad. This will not give you much charge at all. Again, this is emergency power bank. This will keep you topped up. I initially thought, because this was never going on my keys, I initially thought, hey, maybe this would be great for a pouch. I have seen, like, after I picked this up, it made its way into John Gadget's pouch, I believe. And I seriously cannot advocate using it in that capacity at all. I have this, I'm going to use it, but it is not fit for purpose. First of all, let's go into how it charges your devices. It uses two integrated cables. And so the idea being generally that it plugs in and then kind of hangs underneath your phone like that. When you're done, pop it away. Integrated cables in power banks are one of my largest pet peeves because a cable is a consumable. A cable will wear out and perish, and that is fine when it is an individual cable that you can just replace. When it is an integrated part of the power bank, it just means that your power bank is now broken. That is a significant issue because this is all there is. There is not a USB-C port on this guy for you to plug a cable into manually to then charge something. Like, this is a MagSafe power bank, but the charging port you can still plug a cable into and then charge something else. You don't have that option here. It only charges via this magnetic dock, and it only charges the devices via these integrated cables. So you have singular points of failure, and it just means that this is effectively faster than I would really like, e-waste waiting to happen. This is also fiddly to get back on. Because at the very least, if there was a USB-C port on this and this broke, you could then still use it with a cable, right? Rolling Square are probably most famous for making cables like that, little keychain cables with a whole bunch of little different versions, so you can have whatever cable you need at the time. And then they come out with a product that would benefit from having that cable and then do not let you use it. Secondly, with a lot of power banks, you're going to get this kind of arrangement, right? You're going to get multiple LEDs that just tell you at a quick glance what the state is. This uses a single colored LED, green, orange, red, whatever. Great, yeah, fine. There is no button to prompt that indication on this, so that means that you can't just quickly and readily see how much charge you have. It is kind of motion activated, I think. I suspect I can't routinely trigger it whenever I want this time. That is weird. It also breathes. This is going to be on your keys, so if this is motion activated, this is going to be randomly doing that all the time as your keys are moving in your ignition, as your keys are moving when you are walking around, jostling around in your pocket, in your bag. So the indicator light is going to be constantly coming on, draining a very small battery for no good reason. And then let's talk about using this as a keyring, right? This is big. This is a big keyring. This is like on the scale of a car key fob. To have this on your keys when you may already have a car key fob or other key rings or other key tools, this is a substantial thing to put on your keyring. If you put this on your car keys, this is a non-trivial weight to add to your keys to hang from your ignition. In terms of detaching this, it's just this rubber cover, right? This is just held in by some plastic detents that will wear away and potentially snap at some point, rather than having a real metallic magnetic quick release. So having this on your keys, it's certainly not for me. I know there are some people, my sister included, who have very big keyrings, but this is a non-trivial ask to have on your keys. Next up, how you're meant to keep this guy charged. This magnetic charger, okay, great, snaps in. Comes included with a little bit of adhesive, which I was not going to commit to, quite frankly. And then you put this where you want and you keep it charged. This is not a particularly long cable for the purposes of having this where you want this mounted. Because where you have this mounted, you're not necessarily going to have a USB-C port nearby. So you could very easily run into a situation where, hey, you need an extension just to make this viable. You only get one of these chargers in the box, which is fine. However, you don't have any other way to charge this. So if you use it in the day and you want to top it up at work or at a friend's house before you come home, or you go on a trip, you can't really take this with you because it's meant to be stuck to your house. So you don't really have another way to charge this. I maybe could buy another one of these. I took a quick look. I couldn't see a replacement unit. I assume you can purchase spares of these, but you shouldn't have to purchase spares of these in order to reliably be able to use the product. Now, again, the intended use is you stick it on your keys, it's charged every day, you use this in emergencies. Great. This is so heavily flawed. This has been a bit of a ramble. This has been my unfiltered distaste with this product, because I really like powerbanks. Powerbanks are a gadget that I use regularly, that I've used for well over a decade now, 15 years, however long. And this, it showed promise. But by omitting something as simple as a USB-C port, by having a sloppy plastic detent cover, by expecting you to rely on a single charger and nothing but integrated cables, this is not fit for purpose, in my opinion, to rely on in your everyday life. And that's what they want you to do. This is marketed as an everyday emergency power bank. And in an emergency, you want to be able to rely on your products, you rely on your tools. They do include some other supplementary stuff. There is a QR code sticker that you can stick on this if you want, that when people scan, it can say, hey, you found my keys. I'll give you $100 if you give it back to me. That's not really a feature of the power bank itself. That's just a QR sticker they stick in the box that you could stick on anything, that you could print out your own and stick it to your keys without ever dealing with TAO themselves. It also has an NFC business card function where you can share your social media links or blah, blah, blah. And I have not tested that because I have zero interest in that. If you are in a position where you want to share information with another person, taking this out and going, hey, scan my keys with NFC, is not simpler in a social context, nor necessarily easier than just telling them what your handle is, what your @ is, or just taking your phone out and sending them your information properly. It's a weird little function that I think is meant to appeal to content creators or aspiring influencers or just modern tech-savvy young people, that just makes me go, why is that in my product? What I actually would have liked to have seen is a real locator feature. This is a big, beefy, rechargeable battery. Carve out, compared to a coin cell, carve out a little bit of that battery power and have an actual tracking feature like an AirTag or a Chipolo or whatever built into this, and then it becomes a functional tracker attached to your keys that will be constantly recharged. That is actually something useful. I paid about £25 for this. I believe it goes £25 to £30. Build quality is fine, I guess. It's nothing special. It comes with the charger, comes with the adhesive pad, comes with the weird little QR sticker for you to stick on. If you look at this and you go, hey, not having a port, relying solely on integrated cables that have to flex away from the device is fine with me. If you are happy putting this on your keychain and then sticking this to something and keeping it topped up that way, if the idea of this power bank in general appeals to you, then it might be worth the money for you. Personally, with this current iteration, and this is the second version of the TAO, this is the TAO 2, I can't recommend this product to people in general. You have to really want what this is putting down to want this flawed version of that concept. This should have a USB-C port hidden underneath here. This should have a better way of checking the charge level. This would ideally have a tracker built in, a real tracker built in, so that it can serve as a key accessory better. And at the moment, it's still just a prototype to me. So whilst I can't recommend this, if they really want this, if you really just want a small power bank in this specific dimensions, then I guess check out the link in the description. But if you're looking for power banks in general, maybe check out this video here where I help you pick one that will actually suit your needs, hopefully a lot better than this. But I've been Paul. This has been the TAO 2 by Rolling Square. Well, let me know what you think of the TAO 2 in the comments. Am I way off base? Has this revolutionized your life, or do you agree that it is falling short in too many categories? Let me know in the comments down below. Whilst you're down there, I'd appreciate a like and subscribe. If you would like to help get more products in front of the channel, please consider a YouTube membership at Patreon or a coffee donation so I can keep experiencing the crushing disappointment that this device brought. Until next time, I've been Paul, and I'll see you in the next video.